Hello learners, this is Excel with Habeeba. I have started the class of Perspectives in Education with first topic, that is history of education. Under that, today we are going to understand the education in ancient India, that is pre-Vedic period we will understand today, and then I will discuss post-Vedic period and then medieval education. Now let's begin with the education in ancient India. Education, already we know that to lead out or bring forth, and the education in ancient India, that is the system focused on the moral, physical, spiritual and intellectual aspects of life. Now, the education in ancient India, first of all, we need to understand the development of education in India has a long historical past. The history of education in India can be traced back to the Gurukul system of education during the ancient times. Since then, it has passed through several centuries of Indian civilization and reached the current stage of technology based education system. So, development of education in every period beginning from the ancient times has its own importance. So, India has witnessed many ups and downs of education during different periods, say the ancient, the medieval and the modern, which includes pre-independence and post-independence periods and all. So, the present, now we need to understand in this class about the ancient Indian education system under that Vedic period majorly. So, India has a long history of well-established education system. The modern educational systems are the outcomes of educational systems prevailing during the past. So, modern or contemporary system of education draw their essence from the past educational system, we can say. Now, education during the Vedic period, the Vedas were the original sources of the modern educational system. We understood this point. Now, education during the Vedic period, let's understand. The Vedas were the original sources of the philosophy of life and system of education during ancient India. So, education during ancient India consisted of teachings of the Vedas. Now, you can see here majorly 4 Vedas such as Rig Veda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda and Yajur Veda. So, these are the sources of knowledge about the culture, civilization, life and philosophy of the people of ancient India. So, they contain the philosophy of life. Rig Veda is the essence of the basic teachings of the great Indian thinkers, teachers, rishis and munis. Education during the Vedic period was based on the text of Rig Veda. So, Vedic education thus consisted of teaching of the Vedas, we can say. Now, let's see the aims of education during this Vedic period here. The ultimate aim of education during the Vedic period was to enable an individual to understand truth and to attain moksha. Now, let's understand what is moksha here. Moksha means liberation and emancipation. That is also known as mukti. It is derived from Sanskrit word mukt, which means to be liberated from the life-death cycle. Liberated means freed from the life-death cycle. It is the final stage into which dharma, artha and kama automatically culminate. So, this is the final stage. What is dharma here? Dharma, living a virtual and moral life. And what is artha? Artha means attaining the means of wealth, security and prosperity. Kama means appreciating sensual pleasures, love and enjoyment. So, there are the 3 goals of Purusharthas through which individuals move towards the other important things, achievements of moksha. Now, let's understand the other important aims of Vedic education here. They were the development of character and personality, sublimation of instincts, then preservation of culture, then character building and physical efficiency. So Vedic education also intended to develop piety and sense of respect, to train the human cognition, that is intelligence and intellect and memory, to make one fit to have healthy progeny, to make one life long, and to bring immortality within the reach. Now, let's understand the methods of teaching during this period. Methods of teaching during the Vedic period emphasized repetitive recital or avriti. That is, mostly three methods of teaching were being used by teachers during that period. Number one, Shravana, that is listening. Students listened to the words or text uttered by the teacher and memorized them. Secondly, Manana, deliberation, that is, it was an advanced method of teaching through which students were taught how to reflect on the topic taught by the teacher. Then intellectual appreciation of truth was the prominent feature of this method. Then the third one is Nididhyasana, that is meditation. We call it as dhyana. Through this method, realization of truth was to be accomplished. The individual was helped by this method to realize the self. That's why meditation is very, very important for our lives. We understand ourselves first, then only we will be able to understand the other people. Now, duties of students here, that is Shishyas, they were called in Gurukulas. According to this Vedic period, the duties of the students who lived in Gurukula were: a student had to do the service of the Guru and required works of the Gurukul. And he also prepared the necessities for the rituals like yagnas. Secondly, the student had to go out for alms, that is, they have to beg and ask for alms, help from the people. This developed the spirit of generosity in them. His main duty was to study. He learnt and attended to the instruction of the Guru very gently. Thus, it is clearly that while living in Gurukul, he spent the life of an ideal student, which was simple and well regulated. Now, relationship between Guru and Shishyas, let's understand. During the Vedic age, the Shishya considered his Guru as his father. Guru very affectionately looked after his taught. He never let him suffer in any way and always worked towards his all-round development. Now, what about Gurukulas? The Gurukul system, which necessitated the students here. Under this, the people stay of the student away from his home, at the home of the teacher, or in boarding house of established reputation. So this is about Gurukulas. Now let's understand the qualities of Guru. What are the qualities of the teacher? Teachers of the Vedic age were of the uppermost caliber in the society in terms of knowledge and spiritual development. Residing in their Gurukulas, they always emphasized on religious and spiritual development of their thoughts. Thus, every obligation of the Shishyas, that is learners, was on Gurus, who continuously tried to improve the qualities of their learners so that they might become better than themselves. So the teacher's responsibility was to show the correct path to learners for realization of ultimate truth. Now, what about the curriculum here during the Vedic period? Curriculum during the Vedic period was chosen to enhance the process of all-round development of the learner's personality. Now also we focus on that only, all-round development of the students. The students were taught to learn that means that time only this was prevailing. Now we are realizing the all-round development of the child, not focusing on the one subject professionally they want to be achieved. So here the all-round development was most important. The students were taught to learn the 4 Vedas by heart, and side by side they studied Sanskrit language, and 6 Vedangas also they have learned. 6 Vedangas, they are Kalpa, that is ritual, then Vyakaran, that is grammar, Jyotish, that is astronomy, that is Chanda, that is metrics, then Nirukta, that is etymology, and Shiksha, that is phonetics. As far as courses of study and literature were concerned, the Vedic education was remarkable. Physical education was also included in the curriculum. Then some professional and technical subjects like Ayurveda or Chikitsa Vidya, medicine and surgery they are called. Then astronomy, ethics, philosophy, astrology, military education, Arthashastra, etc. also comprise the Vedic curriculum. So now coming to the fullness in education during Vedic period, the comprehensive knowledge of some specific subjects was emphasized after knowledge of several basic subjects was acquired by students. Then what about the importance of religious education here? Ancient Indian education was dominated by religion, kindness, forgiveness, perseverance, nobleness, etc. were inculcated in students. The knowledge of the sacred hymnology and sacrificial rituals was considerably systemized, and it was transmitted orally, word by the teacher or to the pupil. So teaching of hymns and rituals were emphasized by teachers. Now emphasis on character building here. What was that? The gurus thought that if the students would learn good habits from the early life, then future would be peaceful and happy. So the learners were under the direct and personal supervision of their teacher, who was to look after not only their intellectual development but also their moral conduct. Now, what about women education during that period? Women education also received proper attention during the Vedic age, with the result that women became rishikas after receiving education. They composed hymns also. They used to take part in religious rituals. They were also taught practical and useful handicrafts and household duties. Now, let's see about physical education. Though the Vedic education was religious in nature, yet useful and needful subjects were general public were included in the Vedic curriculum. People could gain education of various arts and crafts side by side. Subjects like agriculture, animal husbandry, etc. were taught through the Vedic education. Now, let's conclude this topic. This is about the Vedic education. Here I will come up with the next post-Vedic in the next class. To conclude, we can say that the aim of Vedic education was very lofty. It aimed at providing students full opportunity for the development of human qualities. It is beyond doubt that Vedic education was fully capable of building good character, providing knowledge in various subject areas, ensuring social prosperity, etc. So, I hope you liked the class. Concept we should understand to attempt any competitive exam. So, I am bringing all the concepts. If you are thorough with the concepts, you will give any kind of examination. So, I hope you like this class. If you like, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. Happy learning.